Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
5-0. Check 59.
From the gun, Flacco. He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Roger, 5-0.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Check safety, check safety. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now it's Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
At the Broncos' 41-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check tight, check tight, check tight, check 24, check 24, check nickel, nickel, nickel.
First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the 22, here's second and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up third and long.
Hey, Echo. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
And we're pretty close.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Slam.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check in.
Ready?
Run, come.
On third down, Trubisky. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Flacco. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Trubisky. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. The catch made by Miller. And all the way down to the 42. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Back. Good move.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st down, Chicago.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Lucky. Alert.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Here's a give to Davis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trubisky will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It's our time.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Flacco. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run with Lindsey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. Switch.
Now a handoff to Davis. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Lock in, lock in. Switch, switch, switch.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Bears first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now Trubisky going to let one fly for Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. First and 10 here for Flacco. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Lock it in.
Coming.
Monday. That's what.
Here's Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Rocket.
Check. 59.
Flacco will take to the air again. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Outside, 180.
Pick it up.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Red.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. They go pass again with Flacco. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. The quick slant caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Onto the field now come the Bears. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Alert, 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 alert. 47 Mike, 47.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Pick up the ball.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Mike 34. Come on. Tighten up, tighten up. Alert, 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 alert. Switch gears, switch gears.
Here's Davis. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco, Sutton reeling it in on the left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mike, check, 59.
Now Flacco. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Request to win. Let's go. Check him. Not here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the 14-yard line.
Mike up. 180. 2-2. We own it. We own it.
On 2nd and 1, Trubisky, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and 10.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Trubisky now down around his goal line. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
Yellow. Rocket.
Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Check hot route. Hot.
Hey, hot.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's get it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Double dog. That's the way.
On 1st down, Trubisky connecting with Burton here over the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Check in.
3 buds.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch time. Tight end right. Come red. Kill.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Passing play, Flacco. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd and short. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Again, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 15. Trubisky to throw again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here's Trubisky, throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trubisky will throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Wait, like it is. Like the 59.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Blanco on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Blanco on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion.